if, let's say, for example, you have a situation, you have a very difficult circumstance. You now heard my SHIUR, let's say, about the cash advance business. Baruch Hashem, it's getting good traction. We had very, very good news a couple of hours ago. YouTube sent us a message. They're saying that my video has to be censored from now on. So anyone that wants to watch that particular video has to press confirm. I'm allowing myself to watch this censored video. Why? Why is this video being censored? What is it, nudity? Would you guys see me with no shirt on? What happened? Why is it being censored like it's I'm showing dead bodies? Why? Because the Satan doesn't like it. Satan doesn't like when you tell people the truth. Especially when those same people were already on this train to Gehinnom. Any single person that's in the business right now and ignores what I said has no chance in the world to come. Zero chance. Doesn't matter if they give every single penny tzedakah. And mitzvah ba be'avera. You can't make a mitzvah in a way of sin. It's impossible. So now, the people that watched it, a few people send me questions. You have this, you have that, question, all types of nice questions. No problem. But then some people say, hey, this guy's ruining my business. This guy's ruining my business. How do I take this thing down? How do I make sure that nobody else sees this video? Why? All of his employees are yeshiva kids. All of his employees are Jewish kids. If they see this video, they're all going to quit tomorrow. Why? They have Yirat Shamayim. They just simply don't know the truth. They don't know the truth. Most people that are involved in this business don't know half the truth of what happens behind the scenes. Why? Because most of the guys that are in it are brokers. Now, anyone that's in the business long enough is going to find out why you have to be evil to stay in it. We're not going to delve into it, but I'm going to tell you why. Now, if you're in it for 6 months, a year, you don't really know anything yet. Well, all you know is you call Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones says, yes, I'll borrow 10,000, 100,000, 500,000, whatever it is. You're happy-go-lucky. You're going to give the guy the money. That's all you see. You got the commission check. The commission's very high. You're as happy as can be. Yay to you. You go spend the money before you even got it. Chazaku baruch. Next day, you come back to work. Hey, I'm the guy that got the $500,000 deal. Oh, yeah, you got a new chair. You got a new chair. Today, yesterday, you didn't have a chair. Now you have a new chair. Because you got to close the guy, so you got to get a chair today. Okay, so this day you have a chair. You close the guy for $1 million. Ah, $1 million. Chazaku baruch. Oh, you get 2 chairs now. You get an assistant. You get this. You start feeling good about yourself. You get all these clients. You start calling people. Yeah, I got to call my client back. Yeah, I got a meeting with them. You start feeling important because you're 18 years old, 19, 20 years old. You feel like you have clients. You feel like you have clients. You feel like you're Mr. Important. You're giving people money. Like it's your money. Like as if it's your money. What's the problem? The problem is that you don't understand what's actually happening. These people just signed their own death sentence. Why? Any one of you that's old enough to have credit knows that once you actually have a credit card with 25% interest, it is almost impossible for you to ever pay it back unless you pay large sums, large one-time sums. Why? Because even with 25% interest, it eats so much, it creates so much added capital that you owe that it makes it very, very difficult to sustain. Now, in the cash advance business, we went to one of the Batei Din in Eretz Yisrael. Went to one of the Batei Din in Eretz Yisrael to ask him about this business. Make sure that before I say anything, there's much, much bigger rabbis that know what they're doing better than I could ever know. We said, let's be conservative. We're not going to say 400%. If I say 400%, they're going to start saying I'm not going to say 400%. We said to them, listen, Bet Din, big Bet Din, Talmidei Chachamim, Kodesh Kodashim. We said, listen, there's a business where people lend money for 47 or 49%. I don't remember, 47 or 49 we asked, but give or take 2%. 47% or 49% interest. But only to Goyim. Not even to Jew. I didn't even mention the whole argument of the Jews. You don't have to be a Talmid Chacham for that. You just need to read Sidur. One time in your life, you're already going to know that you're not allowed to lend to Jews. Sidur, not even Chumash. Sidur. You can already learn. I said, only lend to Goyim at 47%. They started yelling at us. What are you, stealing from people? You're going to create the Holocaust. What's the matter with you people? Oh, you can't. And I said, no, it's not me. It's not me. Okay. Tell the people they're stealing. I said, tell the people it's an industry. and it's not 47%. Some are as close to 400%. If it's cheap, it's 80, 70, 90, 150. I said, it's not allowed. It's Chilul Hashem. It's this and that. Ooh, they started giving me rules. I said, okay, it's enough's enough. Okay, I got the point. It's not allowed. You tell this to people. Some people, they say, Shtabach Shemo, okay, I have to change careers. Why? Because it's not allowed. But then other people say, well, what's so bad about it? What's so bad about it? So I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what's so bad about it. As a broker. Okay. Worst part of my career. I had a very good career, 16 years. On Wall Street, made a lot of people a lot of money for a long time. Worst part of my career is when I started losing people money. Not on purpose. Accident. Investment didn't work out. Calling people and telling them, hi, Mr. Jones, you know the deal that we had? You see it in the market, we bought it this, it's lower. Worst possible thing in the world you can do. Why? You feel responsible that you took the money, even though you didn't. You lost money also. I was my own biggest investor. I lost more money than any of my investors. But I still felt horrible to tell people I lost money. Why? You gave trust to me to make the right decision. I made the right decision, but the right decision was still wrong. It was not sufficient. We lost money. We lost a lot of money. I felt horrible about it. This is much worse. Why? Because what you're going to see, if you're a broker for long enough in the cash advance business, 6 months after people borrow the money, 8 months after they borrow the money, a year after they borrow the money, a lot of them are going to start calling you. Hey, Steve? Yeah, my name's not really Steve. It's really Yaakov, but I go by Steve because it's more American. Okay, Yaakov, listen. Listen, buddy. I appreciate you lending me the money about a year ago. You remember that? Yeah, I remember you. I remember you, John. Yes, I remember. Okay, well, listen, business didn't work out so well. And I need more time. But apparently this bank you tied me up with, like as if it's your father's bank, like you were responsible, you work for the company. The bank that you tied me up with, well, they just put my house on their name. Why? Because that was part of the collateral, and now they own my house, Steve. Yaakov. Give me my house back! What are you going to do? I can't, I'm just a broker. I built my company for 30 years. Steve, they just took the company. Give me my company back, Steve. You're the one that put me in it. You little 19-year-old nothing. What you going to do? What are you going to say? Oh, I was just a broker. I made my $2,000 commission. Yeah, but you ruined my life. You ruined my life with your $2,000. You should have told me, listen, I could ruin your life or you could just send me $2,000. Which one do you want? Guess what? The guy would have sent you $5,000. Just don't ruin his life. Just don't ruin his life. But that's what's happening, Rabotai. People don't think the future. The future is going to be where people can't pay this interest back. And then they want to get a new loan to buy the old loan to get themselves more time. And that just puts them into a deeper hole than they got into in the first place. And guess what? You ruin their life. Even without the COJ. Even without the Malach HaMavet that I talked to you about last week. Even without it, you still ruin their life. Why? Because they have credit they cannot pay back. And no one's going to buy this credit. Why? No one wants this credit. No one wants this. So now you have a business that literally ruins people's lives. And the people that don't like to hear the truth, guess what they do? They go complain to YouTube. They complain to Facebook. They complain to whoever they, except to Hashem. Except to the person that's in the mirror. They complain to them. So what? So you can censor this guy. Don't have him continue speaking about this. Why? He's going to ruin my business. I'm not going to be able to steal from people anymore. So, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says that a person that is going to go through this change, where now he has to change a career. Last month he made $10,000. Finding a replacement for $10,000 a month is not easy. It may take you a while. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling you, don't worry. It's going to be okay. If you left the sin for me, I guarantee you're going to be okay. Guarantee you're going to be okay. Even though it doesn't look like it, even though you're only 20, 25, 30 years old with zero skills, and it doesn't look like you could replace a $10,000, $20,000 a month income, I promise you, you're going to be okay. You have to have Bitachon in Hashem. It's very, very difficult, Rabotai. Very difficult to overcome the test of money. I remember when I was a kid, the industry that was happening at the time was electronics. A lot of Jewish people were in electronics at the time. And the way to make money in that time, to be a criminal at the same time, was to sell brand new goods as refurbished goods as brand new. So stuff that broke, people return it to the store, goes back to the manufacturer. They rehash it, fix it, they send it back, they sell it, resell it again to stores as a refurbished product. But unfortunately, some criminals, what they would do is they would remove the stickers that it's actually a refurbished product. They'd get some other thief to give them brand new boxes and make it seem as if this is brand new goods. They would sell old or used goods, in essence, secondhand goods, as brand new. Now, the customer, for the most part, it didn't really matter to them because the product was fine. The product was working. But it's still gnevat dat. You're still stealing, according to the Torah. Why? You're selling them something that's not new as new. It's not new. You're selling it as new. The price is significantly different. You're talking about 30, 50, 60% difference. This still goes on to this day, by the way. The problem is when a person does not have fear of Hashem, he's always going to go to different things that are always going to be sins, always going to be against Hashem. And the reason why is because he feels like he has to help Hashem give him money. He wants to make more money than anybody else. So he needs to help Hashem because if he goes to a regular job, go to work, I don't know, for UPS or something, and UPS is going to pay him in the beginning, they're going to pay him, I don't know, $60,000 a year. He's like, yeah, $60,000 a year is good for me 5 years ago, but I already got used to 120. I already got used to 150. I already got used to $200,000. So I'm going to have to help him. So I'm going to work for UPS, but I'm also going to steal a few packages on the side. I'm going to help Hashem. Why? Because Hashem he didn't help me enough, and he wants me to send my kids to yeshiva. So I'm going to send my kids to yeshiva. I'll steal an iPod once a week. Every shipment that comes from Apple, I'll steal one. And it's lost. UPS has so many shipments they won't even notice. Or like somebody that I know, this good friend of mine from actually works for UPS. He told me years ago, this is maybe 7, 8 years ago, a group of his people that worked in his center got caught. Doing what? They decided to have a side gig. Use UPS trucks, use their everything else, but they have a side gig. What? Transferring, either one of them was transferring stolen products, another one was actually the one stealing the products, and the third one wanted to go the extra mile. He was transferring cocaine via UPS. Thank you for coming. Come back again. People have no emunah in Hashem, and they start doing stupid things. Why? They think they need to help Hashem to give them parnasah.